Hey everyone, Branden here, 10th episode of Branden's Boy Problems. So, 2020 has probably been the craziest year of most of our lives with the whole corona keeping us housebound and quarantined, and now we have protests and riots in favor of Black Lives Matter. And I mean, Black Lives Matter has been around for many years now, ever since, I remember probably 2014. And I mean, black people have been murdered by the police or by white people, and there's been no justice served for decades now, maybe even hundreds of years since pretty much slavery. So I'm pretty much in favor of this movement. I mean, I am a black man in America, so of course I want there to be justice. Like, the sad reality is, no matter your socioeconomic status, your education level, your wealth, your whatever, the reality is, if you're black in America, you can be brutally murdered and then no one faces charges. There's no justice, there's no peace, there's no resolution for your family, there's nothing. You can be murdered and then the person that kills you doesn't go to jail. And literally, everyone in the country wants the right to know, hey, if somebody kills me, I want to know that the person that kills me, is going to go to jail for it. It's a crime. But the reality that people are not seeing is that Black Lives Matter isn't saying Black Lives Matter the most, Black Lives Matter more, or Black Lives Matter more than anyone else's life. The point is, black people's lives are not being treated like they matter, because if some black person gets murdered, the person that kills them can get away with it. And nobody wants that for anyone in this country, whether it's a man, woman, child, gay, straight, old, young, black, white, anything. We want to know that every life has value and that every life matters, which is the point of Black Lives Matter. So it is really important to be vocal about this movement, and I know I haven't really been probably as active on my social media pages. I mean, I have posted a lot on my stories, but I haven't really posted much on my page. I don't know, it's hard. I guess I've always struggled with my own race, but it's of course I support the movement. I want every black life to matter. I'm black, I have 2 black parents, I have 4 black grandparents, I'm 100% black. So of course I care about this movement, I support it. It's important to also, I only want people in my life that support it as well. If you don't think Black Lives Matter, I don't want to be your friend, I don't want to date you, I don't want you in my life. Period. If you don't think Black Lives Matter, I'm black. So you're basically telling me, my life is less than yours. And this is all going down during Pride Month, but Pride was already canceled thanks to fucking Corona and all this bullshit. So thankfully people are fighting for a good cause. And as far as the rude looting and destroying businesses and shit, it's sometimes that's the only way to get people to pay attention that you are here, we matter, our lives matter. Because people want to pretend this issue doesn't matter, and the reality is black lives do fucking matter. We live our lives in fear of the police, in fear of, my dad's been warning me since I was a child, and I honestly didn't think it really applied to me. I guess being light skinned or not really living around any black people, I always thought it's whatever, warning me about the police and racism and whatnot. But then it wasn't until my mid-20s where I finally got woke and realizing all the racial shit going down in the world and how racially divided and segregated, and how being black is always going to be a part of my life and a factor. And yeah, it's important to be woke and active and aware of change. And although I haven't been to any protests or riots, I definitely support the cause, and I do what I feel I'm doing more for my community. And since this does directly affect me, I want to at least use my platform for awareness and spreading the message and showing that I do support the movement, even though I have been a bit tepid in posting certain things and whatnot, even though I have nothing to fear. It's not going to worry about getting fired or anything. But I guess it's just scary. I guess I always like to use my platform for entertainment, and that's always been my biggest mission as an entertainer. Is just, I want to help distract people from all the bad shit going on in the world, and I just want to be able to provide entertainment, because I think entertainment's a great tool to help people avoid or distract themselves from their problems, and I always wanted to create that with my entertainment. But it is important to be serious. It is important to show your support, show your awareness, because change happens with our generation. The older generations haven't done shit to make Black Lives Matter. I mean, I don't want to discredit the civil rights movement and all our ancestors that did work hard and died so we can have the rights to vote, marry outside our race, to own property, go to decent schools and whatnot, because all of these things do matter, and they have worked really hard for civil rights and whatnot. But at this point, it's sad that in the year 2020, black people are still being brutally murdered, whether it's by the police or just a random white person, and like, no one's doing shit about it. And it's like, we need fucking change. It's a new decade, it's a new era in time. Like, the people are angry, middle of a revolution, and it's important to show solidarity and support for Black lives mattering in not only this country, but every other country in the world, because the truth is, black people do face discrimination and are treated as second-class citizens in pretty much every single country. Even in fucking Africa, like South Africa, it's fucking Africa, and they were treating black people like shit. And it's like, there still have like genocides and murder and shit everywhere in the world, but it's not easy being black anywhere. And even if you go to travel, whatnot, etc., like, there's never always gonna be that fear in the back of your mind, like, oh shit, am I gonna be treated worse because of the color of my skin, my hair, my features, etc. So, Black Lives Matter, show your support, donate, protest, riot, post about it, educate, do whatever it takes to change the world. Support, it goes this way. Black and I'm proud. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Brandon's Boy Problem.